Happy Easter. The Lord is risen. He is risen indeed. Do you remember your first Easter Sunday as a new Christian? I do. I was 16 years old, and on that Easter Sunday, it seemed to me as though the colors were brighter and the music was sweeter. Joy flooded my soul because I knew down deep inside that He was alive and He was risen and that He lives within my heart. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know He holds the future, and life is worth the living just because He lives. Easter means Jesus is risen despite this coronavirus crisis. Because of COVID-19, churches are empty, but so is the grave. Stores and streets are empty, but so is the grave. Parks and playgrounds are empty, but so is the grave. When the women came to the tomb, they were expecting to find the body of Jesus. But instead, the angel appeared to them and said, "He is not here. He is risen. He's not in the grave anymore, because up from the grave He arose." Up from the grave He rose, with a mighty triumph o'er His foes. He arose a victor from the dark domain, and He lives forever with the saints to reign. He arose, hallelujah, Christ arose. Jesus is risen and alive, and He is with us even in our times of sadness. During this COVID-19 crisis, there's a lot of sadness in our world. But Jesus is risen, and He promises to be with us even in our times of sadness and sorrow. When Mary Magdalene came to the tomb, she was very sad because her master Jesus was dead, so she thought. But the angel told her that He was not dead, He was alive, He was risen. She saw the tomb was empty, but she still lingered in that garden tomb. And then she saw someone walking in that garden, and she thought it was the gardener. But then He spoke to her, and she realized and recognized that it was Jesus. It was Him. He was alive, He was risen, and joy flooded her heart. And so even during these times of sadness, Jesus turns our sadness into joy because He is risen. And He is with us even in the garden sadnesses of our life. And so what He did for Mary Magdalene, He does for us. He walks with us, He talks with us, and He tells us that we are His own. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Jesus' resurrection gives us hope during COVID-19. He dissolves all of our fears in the ocean of His love, and He gives us hope for the future. Even during this pandemic, even during this crisis, He promises to be with us, and He promises to give a bright future because He is risen, because He is alive. So, because He lives, we can face tomorrow, and all our fears are gone, because He holds the future, and life is worth the living, just because He lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know He holds the future, And life is worth the living just because he lives. Happy Easter, everyone. The Lord is risen. Hallelujah.
Hi, everyone. Happy Easter. We miss you all and can't wait to be back together again soon.
Happy Easter.
Bye.